Are you dealing with a narcissist and they're texting you all the time? You're trying to trip you up and you're trying to figure out what the heck is going on with their crazy text messages. I'm going to break it down for you in this video, so you're going to want to watch for sure. Hey there, I'm Rebecca Zung. I'm an attorney. I've seen it all with narcissists. I've seen the good, the bad, the ugly with narcissists. And I break it down for you in these videos because I want you to have the behind the scenes on what's going on with them. And that's why I reveal everything in these videos. And so you're going to want to subscribe. You're going to want to hit that notification bell. You're also going to want to get my free ebook. It's 15 pages. It's pretty amazing. I've had many people win everything they want with this ebook. Go to crushmydeal.com. Grab it right now. It's my free gift to you. Crushmydeal.com and get it. Narcissist texting games. This is what they try to do to trip you up. I'm going to give you 4 things, but within those 4 things, I'm going to give you all kinds of background as well. So you're going to want to watch all the way till the end here. All right, ready? Number 1, they flood you, especially in the beginning. But this is not, they'll do this also when they think that you're kind of pulling back. They'll do this, whenever they need to. Narcissists will play these games with you to try to trip you up, to try to scheme you. They play this as part of the whole manipulation ship you're involved with here with them. So this is one of their little texting games. They flood you with texts telling you how much they adore you, how much they love you, even if it's a business relationship too, by the way, because I was in a business relationship with a narcissist. But then mysteriously, they have no time to actually speak to you on the phone. They don't have time to see you either. But that phone, it's like pasted to their side. It's pasted, it's glued to them at all times. But they text you all the time and constantly flood you, but they don't have time to see you and they don't have time to speak to you on the phone. They hate talking to you on the phone, but they text you constantly. It's a really weird thing with them. It's just like they want that distance. It's like an intimacy thing with them. They like the texting thing, and they kind of want to know that you're on the other end of that text, but they don't want to make time to actually speak to you or see you, especially when it's their time, during the day when they're working or when they believe that it should be their time. They really don't want to make time to see you or speak to you, but they will flood you with texts, but they don't want to make time to actually see you or speak to you. So it's like a game that they play. It's part of that withhold thing. It's like that withhold thing. It's that control thing. That's number 1. They flood you with texts to tell you how much they adore you or how much they miss you or whatever, but they don't actually want to make time to see you or speak to you or have you in their space unless they want you there, unless they say, it's that control thing. So that's number 1. Number 2 is that they will use apps. And believe me, I've seen this in my law practice. This is a crazy thing. They use apps to hide their guilty texts. Then they accuse you of being the cheater or being the one that they can't trust or being the one who has problems. They project all of that onto you, and you haven't done anything wrong there, but they're constantly accusing you of where did you go? Who were you with? What are you doing? But they're the ones that are hiding their guilty behavior within other apps or other things that they're doing. And believe me, there are all kinds of ways to hide information within the phone. You can text people and, have the text disappear. You can have the text disappear right away. And you can actually be texting from apps that you didn't even know you could text from, not just through direct messaging, through Instagram, through Facebook, or whatever. There are a lot of different apps out there that provide the service of instant messaging besides those. So they use different kinds of apps to hide their guilty text, then accuse you of being the one who is not trustworthy. And you're over there thinking, what are you, crazy? Like, I didn't do anything. But it's really just a projection and a deflection of their behavior, of their lack of being trustworthy. They know they can't be trusted, so they put it out onto you, right? So that's number 2. And it's all a mental game that they play to try to make you feel unstable, make you feel confused, and to mess with your brain, okay? So that's number 2. Number 3 is they flood you with attacking texts. What are you doing? Where were you? You're crazy. You're this, you're that. You're the worst person in the world. Horrible, horrible things. Long text too, the type that you have to, hit see more, whatever. The worst possible venomous, horrible things. And you're over there like shaking because they make sure to send those things when you are walking into an important meeting, walking into a special event, you're at a family dinner. Sometimes it's at a family lunch with their own family or whatever it is, where they know exactly where you are, exactly what you're doing, but they want to trip you up. They want to upset you. They want to make sure that you're sabotaged in some way right at that moment. And then you respond, you take the time to say, what are you talking about? You know that this is the situation. You know that I just spoke to you, that this was what's going on. And you take the time to explain, to justify, to defend yourself, all the things that you should not be doing, by the way. Never explain, justify, or defend. Don't do those things because it just gives credence. It gives them supply. It gives them all the things that you should not be doing, by the way, because then when you do those things, what do? They refuse to respond. A game they play to try to trip you up. It's a game and it's not okay. And I want you to put that in the comments right now. Not okay. Messing with your emotions, with your psyche. It messes with your chakras, with your energy centers, with your autoimmune system, with your gut health, with your vagus nerve, with your brain. It causes you chronic post-traumatic stress disorder. Seriously, it is so not okay. You end up with irritable bowel syndrome, and they choose those opportune moments to trip you up right then and there. The last thing they will do is they will send pictures of themselves in places or with people to throw you off their scent, to throw you off their trail when they're not with those people or actually in those places. So, they know that they're not actually there or whatever. And they'll do this because, they're actually somewhere else or with other people, because again, they're not trustworthy. They're the liars. They're the manipulators, right? And closely related to this, by the way, this is not a texting game, but this is another little game they play, is they leave their phone somewhere when they are somewhere else. If you have a phone tracker, if you know where they are, along the lines of the texting game, is they send the pictures, whatever, just throw you off where they actually are. Those are 4 texting games that they will play to trip you up, to manipulate you, to make you crazy, to destabilize you, to cause you trauma brain, to make your life miserable, gaslight you, all of the things that they do. And then, you go to try to negotiate with them, you go to try to communicate with them, and seriously, you become a shell of yourself. You start to not even recognize who you are at that point. And that's why I do what I do. So if you are dealing with that and you need extra support, join my free private Facebook group, Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, do that now. Subscribe and hit that notification bell, because I do upload amazing new videos every day with tons and tons of free substantive content. This is not fluff. This is real stuff that you can actually use. And the next video that you should watch is 5 weird, suspicious phone habits of narcissists. Good stuff. Remember that today's a great day for you to start negotiating your best life. I'm Rebecca Zung, and I'll see you in that next video, 5 weird, suspicious phone habits of narcissists.